Hello everybody and welcome to the brand new update for Among Us. We are playing on the brand new Airship Map, and I'm going to be giving you a guide to everything you need to know about this map. Now, we are going to be breaking it down into different points. You will be able to see those on screen now, and there will also be timestamps in the description. So hopefully that will help you out, but we are going to be covering things such as common tasks, sabotages, and much more. If you guys do find today's video helpful, feel free to share it with your friends, drop a like to show some support, and I also stream this a bunch over on Twitch. The link to my Twitch is down in the description as well. Hopefully I'll see a bunch of you guys there. But to start off today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the useful parts around the map. That is the admin table, cameras, and everything like that. So right now we are in the engine room. When you do load into the game, you can choose between 3 locations of where you want to spawn. I believe this randomizes, but I think everyone has the same choices. For example, you may have the choice to spawn in the kitchen, engine room, and cargo bay. I believe all players will have those options, but then the next round it might change. You might have the vault, records, and cargo bay or something like that. But there are multiple different places that you can spawn. We are in the engine room right now. We're going to head over to the left, and we're going to head to the cockpit, because this is where you can find the admin table. A lot of people may not be aware of this, but up here on the top left, you do have the admin table, so you can see exactly where everybody is on the map. And honestly, it looks like every single place is covered on the map. It seems like most places are going to be able to track people, so there's not a specific place that you can't actually see where somebody is, which is going to be very interesting. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head down and show you where the cameras are, which is down in security. So if we come down here through the armory and then come through the kitchen, you can see that we're going to go through this little tunnel, and then we are going to find security right over here on the ginormous table, which has got an ultra-wide screen and then 5 other monitors around. I mean, don't we all wish we had setups like that? But you can see that the cameras work very similar to Polars. You can only see one individually at a time. First off, the camera we have here is on the left. It covers the fuel tank. There is an electric wire here. The next one we have is in the vault, where you can see a little bit of the diamond. There is a task down here, which is like a mannequin, and then also like an upload to the left. So you can't see those, but you can see people who come in and out of the vault. We then also have the center of records, so you can see people going left, right, and of course down. We have security. This one's a little weird. I don't really understand this one fully, because that's me right there. So the only thing this camera could be used for is potentially seeing someone come in, and that's going to kill you, but it's very weird. We also have one in cargo bay. This leads over to the platform with the combination code. We have the safe over on the right, but of course you can see people going up. And then we have the meeting room. The only way to get up here is via the ladder, so you can see potentially someone doing a murder up here from going up or down the ladder. There is no vent up here, so the only way you can get up here is the ladder, and then back to the engine room. So that is the security. We're going to go through electrical now and head over to medical. Now, electrical is a little weird. This is very confusing. Probably the worst part of the map, because you see these doors? They randomize every single time. So you can go into a map, and then it will be different each time. So you have to figure out exactly how to get around. And it is an absolute pain. It's not that way. There we go. We got to go down and through. So that's really frustrating. But down in between these 2 beds, we have vitals, so we can see exactly whoever's died. Now, of course, as you know, the admin table is in cockpit. Vitals is all the way over here, so you can't quickly run between the 2. And then the final thing that we're going to be showing you is where you can report the meetings. That is, of course, in the meeting room. But I'm going to go this way over to records, because there's one very important thing. Now, if you're on this side of the map, records, you can quickly get to the meeting room by going left. However, this needs to be on the right side. And the only way that can go on the right side is when someone jumps on it and brings it across. It doesn't automatically come across. It will always spawn on the left side. So the only way for it to get over here is for someone to jump on it, come across, and then leave. So it can be a quick way to get across, but if it's on that side, you're going to have to go all the way around. You're going to have to go through records, down into showers, through the main hall, through the engine room, up to the brig, and through the meeting room that way. Unless you're an imposter, which could use this vent, and there is literally a vent directly on the other side. I'm going to show you the way that you can get across. That's the quickest way if you don't have the platform. So you come down here, through showers. I know it's very confusing, but you will learn the map layout over time. You go through the main hall into the engine room. We then go up to the brig, go into the right into the gap room. There's the other vent to the other side. Up the ladders with the new climbing animation, and boom. So that's pretty much all of the important parts of information that you may want to check out. We are going to talk about the light switches and things like that when we talk about the sabotages. What we're going to jump into now is the common tasks. There's actually only 2 common tasks in the game, and I've actually got them selected right here. It is fixing the wires and also entering the ID code in the meeting room. The meeting room is where we are right now. All you got to do is head over to the right, go over to this little panel, open up your ID card, and enter in your code. And it's as simple as that. The wires, a little bit different, because the wires have multiple spawn points across the entire map, and it's random every time you load into the game. I don't know if everybody has the same wires or that's randomized, but it can definitely change. So I'm going to show you the locations of where the wires could be. The first one is over here in engine room on this panel right here. The second one is just left of the kitchen, which we can actually do right now on the viewing desk. So you just quickly go ahead and do that. We get straight wires. Nice. The third one is in the showers, just left of the laundry basket over here on the very far left. So we can quickly go ahead and do that one as well. The fourth one is just up from showers into the records. And then if we go into the lounge, just next to the dartboard, we have the next one. This is actually going to complete my task as well, so I'm not going to complete that. And then the final one is if you go down from lounge, go through like the toilet cubicles, it is this panel right here. So there are potentially 5 spawn points. I believe there may be a 6th one over in communications. I haven't had that activate as wires yet, but it is a very similar panel. So I'm not sure if that is actually one or not. If anyone can verify that in the comments, there is a potential extra panel over in communications, which is just further the left of the engine room. Let me show you that right now. And then if someone can verify whether or not you can do wires here, it would be greatly appreciated. But those are the common tasks. There's only 2 common tasks in this game, or in this map. We're now going to move over to the sabotages, so you guys can see exactly what happens with the sabotages. So there are no technical new sabotages available. We have comms, we have lights, and then we have like the reactor timed sabotage as well. And of course, we can also shut doors as well. There is one frustrating thing about shutting the doors. Each one requires a card swipe. Now, if you can get it perfect like that, it's good. But you can still get it wrong. You can do it too quickly. You can do it too slowly. It can be a bit of a pain, so you've got to make sure you time it right. That was apparently too fast. That was bad read. There we go. You can see it does become a bit of a pain, you know, having to open them with the card swipe. It is a bit of a pain. Comms is right here that we can do, so we can activate comms here. Apparently, there's a bug in the game right now where imposters can't actually fix comms, but ghosts can. That will get fixed, I'm sure, at some point. But right now, there seems to be a bug in the game, whereas if you're a ghost, you can fix communications, but if you're an imposter, you can't. So I'm assuming it's a bug that they're going to be fixing, but let me go ahead and swap over to a crewmate so we can actually go and fix comms. There we go. Same way as before. You just drag the little lever until where you see the color go out. And boom. Comms is done. The next sabotage we have is, of course, the lights. I have just activated it right now. And what this does is something a little bit different. It actually activates us to be able to fix the lights from 3 positions on the airship. You will see 3 arrows appear on the map. You don't need to go around and fix them all. You only need to fix one of the 3. I believe they're all connected. The first one is down here on the bottom left in the viewing deck. You can go ahead and fix this like so. Obviously, I'm going to leave one switch over. But of course, if you do fix that panel completely, the lights will turn on. You don't need to go ahead and fix them all. The second one is just left of records. If you go down here to where the ladders are, you can then go fix the other one. But as you can see, look, all 4 of these are still related. So if I flick that switch off, it's then going to flick the switch off on the bottom left as well. So we're going to leave that one on as well. And we're actually going to change these 2 off as well. And the third lights panel is in cargo bay. Up here at the top of cargo bay, we have this one. These 2 lights are off because they are all connected together. You fix one of those 3 panels, the lights will come back on. And the final sabotage is this one, which is averting crash course. And what that does is activate 2 panels that you need to enter in a code combination. Now, I can put this code in right now, which is 80248. I can confirm it. The only problem is, you got to do both sides at the same time. So if I've entered that code in, I then somehow manage to go over this side and enter this code, which is now 44554. It doesn't fix it, because you need to have both of them going at the same time. Now, of course, you can use this panel to try and get across from one side to the other, but if you're an imposter and you want to try and prevent them, you can just vent, and you can get over nice and quick. Of course, this does have 90 seconds, so you do have a long time to be able to get here, but of course, imposters can camp these areas to try and get yourself a few kills. If they don't see someone over this side, they can pop over that side, try and get a sneaky kill as well, but of course, you can't fix this one. Go over to the other side, and then fix the other. It is a bit of a pain to keep constantly entering the code in, hoping that there is someone on the other side, but that is the final sabotage that you can do in the game. So we are going to stay on topic with the imposter, and we're going to take a look at the vent system, because of course most people probably want to play as imposter, and they want to know exactly where all of the vents go. So we are in the gap room, but we're going to start from the left-hand side of the map and work our way to the right. And there is 4 different vent systems in this map. The first one is from the vault. We have the vault over here with a vent on the very far left. This takes you into the cockpit, and then you can also go down into the viewing deck, and that is that entire vent system. You can kind of go across 3 different layers on the left-hand side of the map, but that is the first vent system. The second one is over here in the kitchen. You can jump into the kitchen. You can then go into the engine room at the very bottom center of the engine room, and then you can also go into this little room with a nice little red bed in the main hall, so you can get across that side of the map very quickly as well. And then if you want to try and get even further across the map nice and quickly, let's say you was in the kitchen, you've got that vent system, you can jump in here, you can then go a little bit further to the right of the main hall, and then boom, we have another vent in this room here, which takes you to both sides of the gap room, which is very effective. You know, you can be on this side. Oh no, the platform isn't on the side I need it to. Well, that's okay, I'm imposter. I can just jump in the vent, I can flip over to that side, and boom. That's the third system that we have. And then the fourth system, of course, is on the right side of the map, which starts in the records. It should be just over here on the right. We can jump in here. That will take us into the cargo bay on the very bottom left, and then it will also take us into the showers. And those are the vent systems in the game, which I think is pretty fair. You don't have anything from cargo bay that can take you all the way to the other side of the map, but at the same time, I could maybe get a cheeky kill over here in cargo bay. I want to get as far away as possible. I could go into the showers. I could quickly try and get into the main hall. Wrong room. I'm still trying to learn it myself. I can then jump in this one. I can go onto the other side of the gap room. And then all of a sudden, I'm in the vault. I'm on the complete other side of the map. And if I want to go even further, I could go into the cockpit. And then I'm completely on the other side of the map using the vents. So the system can get you around the map. You're just going to need to pop out the vents and use them pretty fluent. But that is the vent system on the brand new map as well. And what I think we're going to do to finish off today's video is I'm actually just going to go take you guys through a bunch of the new tasks that we have in the game, because there are a lot of new tasks in the game. Some of them are pretty random, some of them are pretty fun. So let me go take you through some of the new tasks. So we're going to start off with our download task over here in the cockpit. Seems very normal, but the upload is actually different to what it has been in the past. Once you have done the download, to do your upload, you need to go down to the viewing deck. Or you can go to the other side as well, which may still class as the viewing deck, but it's down over here. And all you need to do is go into the platform, listen to the annoying fans, and then you have a mobile phone in your hand, and you've got to drag it around and try and find the signal. Now, you can have a poor signal, a good signal, or a perfect signal. If you can find perfect, it's going to do the upload the quickest. If you have a poor signal, it's going to do it the slowest. And that is the upload section of the download task. Staying in the cockpit, we do have a task here, which is like realigning the steering wheel. All you've got to do is line that side up into the lines and then drag this down to the arrow. And that's kind of like fixing your steering and your throttle. And that's that task complete. Now we're going to move into the armory. We have 2 AK-47s over here. We got to pick those up. We've got to move over here, and then we've got to align them on the shelf. It's just like we're going to pick them up and then stack them on the shelves. We've got to do the same thing with some pistols down here as well. We pick 4 pistols up, and then we line them on the wall like so. We also have a new trash chute task. What you've got to do is pick up the top of the bag, give it a good shake, and take out the bag. Simple as that. And then probably one of my personal favorites, the burger. You've got to go over to the plate here, and you've got to design your own burger, which has some very, very weird designs. Like, why would anybody want this to be the burger? You know what I mean? Like this, I mean, would you technically class it as a burger? Not really. It's using lettuce as like buns with some salad in it, but there's no buns, there's no burger. Obviously vegetarians, but it's a little weird. It's not something I've particularly seen before. Moving over into security, we have this, which I think is classed as a long task. What you've got to do is rewind the tape to match that exact time. So right now we're on 9 hours, 6 minutes. We've got to rewind all the way down to 9 hours and 2 minutes. And then we got to go to 13 seconds. And boom, that is also done. Very interesting task. I kind of like that one. We're over here in electrical now, and this task is probably the most frustrating one out of them all. You're going to have 7 different levers or switches in the electrical room, and you've got to flick them down in order from 1 to 7. So there's number 1. We've got to go ahead and find number 2. That's number 6. That's number 5. There's number 2. Number 3. That may be number 4 down there, but as you can see, you got to do a lot of walking around to try and figure out where number 4 is, which is all the way over here. Number 5 and 6 are in this room, and then number 7 is there. So it is a little bit frustrating, especially if this challenge or task is kind of interrupted by meetings. Once you have got them all done, though, the task is complete. And what I wish would happen as soon as you've done that, I wish every single door would open. You know, you've kind of turned on all the power and all the switches. I wish all of these doors would open. That would be a really cool task. We have another trash chute over here on this side in medical. We have already seen that one, of course, before, but we have got another, like, getting rid of the trash. Over here in the cargo bay is also a very interesting one. This is the safe. Now, as you can see, it shows a 3 and a blue arrow. That means I've got to turn this to the right to 3. I've then got to turn it to the left to 2. And then turn it to the right to 7. And once you've done that... Wait, why didn't that work? Am I missing something? Oh, there we go. Very weird. It's a little weird, but you've got to kind of turn it the right way, match up the numbers, and then open the safe. Personal favorite of people's is to unclog the toilet. All you got to do is go up to the toilet, plunge the old thing, build up the pressure, and you are good. It does have a very weird noise, I'm not going to lie. Wish there was some task to do with like the pool tables or the dart tables, the dartboard as well, but unfortunately not. In records, we have 4 different folders. You need to click on a folder, and then you've got to take it to the place that it's got to go. Click in the invisible section. So we pick up the second one. This goes into the filing cabinet, and then the 4th one goes into the other bookshelf as well, and that is that task complete. The next task is in the showers. We've actually got to go around and pick up everybody's dirty laundry. So we've got to go ahead and pick up all of the dirty towels. There could potentially be one in here as well. But once you have got all of your towels, which I think is 8, you've then got to come over here to the laundry basket and throw all of the towels, or place all of the towels inside of the washing basket. You can sometimes just try and throw them in and try and line it up. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to do, but they do kind of like stack on top of each other, so you can pick multiple up at a time, but not the greatest task. Does take a little bit of time. It is what it is. And speaking of the showers, we actually have another task over here where we've got to like whack the shower head into like place or something. It's a very interesting one. I don't know how you're meant to line it right. If you're just meant to give it a tap or something and just get it going straight down. Very, very bizarre task. This task right here in the main hall, I believe, is replacing the med bay scan. You actually are cleaning yourself. And I think people wait for this to happen. So if you're cleaning yourself now, someone will have to wait. But this is sort of like replacing the med bay scan on the map. We also have this task where you actually have to put these pictures into the water, and then just you have to wait for them to develop. They will slowly develop into pictures. So you put them in, you can go away, and then you can come back later on. Another bag that we got to clean here and take out of the bin. Over here in the vault, we have 2 new tasks as well. You've got to go ahead and clean this massive jewel in the center of the map, of course. This ginormous amount of gold. As you do. And then the second task is down over here at, like, the mannequin. You've got to see the image of the mannequin here, and then you've got to dress it. So it starts off with a hat. We then have some cool glasses, and then the purple suit. And then that is dressing the mannequin as well. I wish that it would show on your screen what it looked like as well. That's a shame, but it is what it is. And then I believe the final new task in the game is in the cargo bay. What you've got to do is go over on the right side. I think it's always the right side first. These do not join together, by the way. They are always going to be separated. What you've got to do is go over to this side, click reveal code. You have to remember what the code is, which is like 2 rubies and then 2 diamonds. You've then got to work your way over to the panel on the other side and enter in the same code. So I believe it was 2 rubies and 2 diamonds. And that is the task complete. I'm pretty sure that is all of the new tasks in the game. The only other task, which is slightly different, is the refueling task. Usually in the other maps, you need to get fuel, take it to one place, get the fuel again, take it to the other place. You don't need to do that. The fuel's over here on the right side. All you got to do is fill up the fuel container once, and then you just need to fill up one part in the engine room, and that's it. You only need to fill up once. You don't need to go back, get some more fuel, and fill up the other section. But I think that's pretty much all of the new tasks in the game. Apologies if I have missed some, but the download is the same, but then usually you use the upload to get a signal down at the bottom of the airship. This, of course, you have a refueling station there. We've also got one here. We can simply just use that. And then that is the refueling task done. You don't need to go back, get more fuel, and then fill up this side. But that's pretty much everything about the new map. Hopefully you guys did find today's video helpful. If you did, feel free to share it with your friends and drop a like down on the video as well. But nonetheless, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the new map in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one.